Are e-bikes waterproof? If you asked me this question a few years ago, I would have told you it's a bad idea. Don't take your e-bike out in the rain. But honestly, since then, I feel like e-bikes have come a long ways, and so I figured it's a good time to make a video about this topic. So the majority of e-bikes nowadays are actually water resistant, but that's not to be confused with waterproof. Waterproof means you can fully submerge it underwater and your e-bike will be fine. A lot of e-bikes nowadays will be damaged if you do that, so don't confuse water resistant with being waterproof. Now, the level of water resistance actually depends on the e-bike itself. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of e-bikes behind me, and they all vary in their water resistant capabilities. So the one thing you're gonna wanna check is what is their IPX rating. Now, before I share with you the different IPX ratings to see if your e-bike is capable of riding it in the rain, I wanted to let you know that this video is sponsored by Vessi, which they make waterproof shoes. And yes, these are actually fully waterproof. You can submerge it underwater and your socks are gonna be completely dry. I feel like this is the perfect sponsor for the video because if you're gonna ride your e-bike in the rain, you definitely want some gear that can withhold in the rain and is super comfortable to wear. Unlike clunky rain boots, which are heavy and just aren't enjoyable to wear, these fit really nicely, they're breathable, and they're stylish. So I'm a huge fan of them. I actually have a lot of different pairs. So if you're interested in picking up some waterproof shoes, I'll put a link in the description below. Thank you so much, Vessi, for sponsoring this video. So the IPX rating scale goes from IPX 0, which is no protection at all from water, all the way to IPX 8, which is fully waterproof. You can submerge it underwater and it's gonna be fine. So I feel like if you're gonna ride your e-bike out in the rain and for it to be okay, it needs to be at least an IPX 4 rating, which can withstand some splashing from all different angles and it will be fine. However, that is just good, but if you want it to be great and really good in water conditions, then you might wanna consider going all the way up to IPX 6. This means you can have high pressure jet water being sprayed on your bike from any different direction and it's gonna be fine. So with an e-bike, you're traveling at a lot faster speeds, and so sometimes water kicks up faster, sometimes you're hitting puddles at faster speeds, so water can hit your bike at faster speed. So IPX 4 is just like, it should be fine, no issues, but if you get to IPX 5 or 6, it's a lot better. Now, something to be careful about is to read specifically what the IPX rating covers on your e-bike, because sometimes websites will just say, our batteries are IPX 7, which that really doesn't give you any insight to the rest of the e-bike, because I don't know if you know this, but batteries are oftentimes the most water resistant part on your e-bike. The items that are most susceptible to getting water damage will actually be your LCD screen, your motor, and your controller. So you should figure out what the IPX rating is for the rest of the e-bike as well to make sure it's going to be safe when you take it out in the rain. Once you determined if your e-bike is safe to take out in the rain, I wanted to share with you just some tips to help you if you're going to take it out in the water. So the first tip is it's really helpful to have fenders on your e-bike. This will just reduce a lot of the water spraying up and soaking the rest of your bike and you, and it will just keep it a lot cleaner. So getting fenders would be helpful if you're going to be riding in the rain. Another thing that is helpful is to be careful or cautious when you're riding out in the rain. Because you're on an e-bike, they go a lot faster than normal bikes. So just be careful that you're not slipping out when you're going on corners, and brake early if you need to, just in case you're gonna start sliding a little bit on the wet concrete or gravel or anything like that. So just be a little bit more cautious if you're riding in the rain. Another helpful thing to do is after you're done riding, it's good to dry off your e-bike and actually clean it. This way it won't rust and it will just be in a better condition when you use it the next time. Another thing to be careful about is getting water on any of your ports. So if you ride your e-bike out in the rain and then you go to take your battery out, be careful not to drip any of the water inside the battery port where your battery connects to, because that can cause damage to your e-bike. So dry it off first and then take your battery out, and just try to not get any water into your ports. And the last helpful tip I have for you is to wear waterproof gear when you're riding out in the rain. So again, check out Vessi if you want some waterproof shoes, and they have backpacks and other gear as well, which I love their items. They're very cool, very stylish, and very waterproof. So thank you for watching. Hopefully this gave you a better idea if you can ride your e-bike out in the rain. Catch you on another one.